Lily, look at me.
Go.
Never, Lily. Never. Don't you see, darling? We can start again. You've destroyed her, and we can start again. She should have died, because we profaned her. And now we'll make another, you and I. Another song of songs, more beautiful than the last. Because our love is still there. It is there, Lily. We've kept it alive under everything.
Richard. Richard.
What was it in a song? What was it, Lily?
Set me as a seal upon thine heart, as a seal upon thine arm. For love is strong as death.
And now in this season of Christmas stars, we bring you one of Hollywood's brightest, Marlene Dietrich.
Thank you, Mr. DeMille. There's one thing I really want to say to everyone. A happy Christmas to you all. Good night.
Good night, Marlene. And now will the gentlemen report. Mr. Fairbanks, Mr. Atwill.
Thanks, C.B. You know, Lionel, Mr. DeMille here means a lot more to me than almost anyone else in Hollywood.
Really?
He's been my friend for years, helped me, advised me. I really think a great deal of Mr. DeMille.
I'm sure we all do.
Well, that's very kind, gentlemen, but after all, Doug, I don't think this is the time to...
No, I want everyone to know what I think of you. For example, you like boats. You like to get away on the water. Peace, quiet, time to think things out. Any man who likes boats as much as you is bound to be a big man.
You're not leading up to borrowing my boat by any chance, are you?
Well, I thought if you weren't doing anything...
Yes, and how are you, Lionel?
Fine, C.B., thanks, fine. But speaking of hobbies, my stamp collection is really the...
Of course, I have a boat of my own, but it's in England, on the Thames. And if you're ever over there, I want you to feel that my boat is yours. Now, just take it any time and keep it as long as you want.
But, Doug, I haven't the slightest idea of going to England.
Well, that's all right. I just want you to know that it's there when you do go.
Well, thanks. That's very generous.
And now, as man to man, I'm planning a little fishing trip. You think you could...
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
I haven't forgotten the last time I loaned my boat to you and Bob Montgomery and Lawrence Olivier. You filled it full of swordfish. The next time I took it out, it smelled like a hot Friday on the waterfront. Needed a surgical mask to walk up the gangplank.
Oh, that. Well, Lionel, about your stamp collection.
Oh, then you did loan Doug your boat, Mr. DeMille.
I certainly did.
Oh.
Once.
What else happened?
Lionel, what were you going to say about your stamp collection?
Oh, yes. I have a block of 1855 Mexican.
Lionel, while I think of it, do you have a yacht?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, but about those stamps, I've never seen anything like...
Mr. DeMille, don't you think that Lionel's a great actor? I mean, his performance tonight, the work he does on the screen. Why, if I just had 1/10 of the...
Yes, Doug.
Yes, Lionel?
My boat's in dry dock for the winter.
In dry dock?
Yes, in Baltimore.
Oh, Miss Dietrich?
Yes. Miss Dietrich's a great artist, too, but she doesn't have a boat.
You know, I'm afraid, Doug, the only boat you're going to get is the next one you take to England. When will that be?
Well, there you've got me. It'll probably be next summer. I think I'll get back then. I'll be pretty busy here for a while, but someday I hope to have things worked out so I'll be able to make 2 or 3 films here a year and one abroad.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can sandwich in an appearance in the Lux Radio Theater every now and then, why, I may even forgive C.B. for not letting me take his boat this time. But, we'll see. Good night, C.B., and what I said about my boat still goes.
Thank you, C.B.
Good night, shipmates. Good night. Miss Dietrich's transfer is England. Lewis Silvers appeared through courtesy of 20th Century Fox Studios, where he was in charge of music for Love and Hisses. Now, an important announcement from Mr. DeMille. Next Monday night, the Lux Radio Theater closes its book of 1937 presentations. To mark the occasion, we bring you a radio adaptation of that remarkable and highly successful motion picture produced by Samuel Goldwyn, Beloved Enemy. The romantic, thrilling drama of a young Irish patriot and a beautiful English girl torn between their love of country and their love for each other. Our stars, Brian Aherne of the original cast and one of the screen's most beautiful actresses, Madeleine Carroll. Our sponsors, the makers of Lux Flakes, join me in inviting you to be with us again next Monday night when the Lux Radio Theater presents Madeleine Carroll and Brian Aherne in Beloved Enemy. And now, before we say good night, I'd like to reach across the miles and take the hand of each one of you, whether you're man, woman, or child, in a warm clasp of friendship, and say a happy Christmas to you. We learn to care most for those we serve most. And since my main endeavor each week is assembling and staging the Lux Radio Theater production for you, I look upon you all as close friends and attentive neighbors who make it a joy for me to come on this stage every week and say greetings from Hollywood. I hope you have all the joys and blessings of the Christmas season. The cast and staff of the Lux Radio Theater and our sponsors, the makers of Lux Flakes and Lux Toilet Soap, join me in these greetings. This is Cecil B. DeMille saying good night to you from Hollywood.
This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.